Whoa! It has been forever. I'm not dead, guys. Yes, it's Juggernaut. I'm not dead. But, yeah, so let me just quickly tell you what's been going on for the past 2 weeks, why there's been no videos, why you haven't seen that Q&A that I promised 2 Saturdays ago. But, pretty much, it's my computer, and I know that sounds like the biggest excuse in the book, you know, technical problems, but if you were sitting in my chair working with the computer that I have to work with, how bad, how old it is, how bad, like, it's just, that's the only thing that can sum it up. It's bad. It's so slow. It takes me upwards of 12 hours to render any video between 4 minutes to 8 minutes long. That's how bad it is. And uploading is alright, you know, that stuff, but editing and all that stuff, because of how crap my computer is, sometimes it shuts down during the rendering process that it got to the point where I just gave up. I'm like, you know what, I don't want to deal with this. I'm just gonna try it every once in a while. Whenever it works, it'll work. So I finally sat down today, and I've been working at this for the past like 2 hours trying to figure out what the hell's going on, why is it taking so long to render, and you know, why it keeps crashing and whatnot. And I had to restore my computer. I had to do all this stuff that took forever to freaking complete. So hopefully we're on the right track now, and hopefully I can get some videos out for you guys at a more steady pace than every 2 weeks. Probably be once every other day or once every day, depending on if I have a video ready for you guys that day. But expect a lot more videos soon. But anyways, this is the Q&A video, so let's get right into it. Alright, so the first question comes from Deadly Blaziken, and he says PS3 or Xbox. And guys, I've said this so many times before, PS3 is what I play. You guys keep saying, why don't you add me on Xbox? You know, this is my gamer tag, add me. I don't have an Xbox. I have a PS3. My only gamer tag is Juggernauts11, the same one you see me post with every single video, every time. That's it. I plan on getting an Xbox sometime in the future, but that's a little bit ways down the road. Probably the next gen console is when I'll invest in an Xbox 720. But yeah, just PS3. So next question comes from Epic Fail 1337-1, and he says, what is the best game you have ever played, and have you ever done something illegal but was very fun? To answer the first question, the best game I've ever played was probably the Uncharted series. That was a lot of fun. Uncharted 1, 2, and 3. The campaign modes were like the greatest. The multiplayer not so much, but the campaign modes, it was like a movie. It was really, really engaging and really fun to play. And the second part of your question, to answer that, I think one time in grade 8, me and my friends, we egged some guy's house that we didn't like. Like, I guess he was a bully at the school, and we egged his house. And that was a lot of fun, but it was probably the stupidest thing I've ever done. Like, thinking back on that now, I was like, what the hell was I thinking? But, yeah, that was probably the stupidest thing I've ever done. But it was really fun, I gotta admit that. The next question comes from Hunter Runnels, and it says, why did you start YouTube, and who was your inspiration? Honestly, I got a PVR a year before I even posted my first video, and the reason why I bought the PVR in the first place was to record sniping gameplay, because I used to do competitive sniping, and I needed a PVR to record my clips and to record clan matches and stuff like that. So that's why I originally bought it, but I didn't know how to edit or anything, so I would be sending the videos to some other guy, and then he would edit and post them himself. But then I started to, my friend Bongo Jenkins, who you guys probably know, he's the one who kind of, as soon as I met him in the middle of Modern Warfare 3, he was the one who was like, you know, you should try it, you know, give it a go, you know, don't be scared of doing something, you know, you got to try it and find out the outcome, you know, being scared isn't the way to go with this. So I tried it, posted my first video, and, you know, I've come a pretty long way, you know, almost at 2,000 subscribers, so I owe it all to him. He's pretty much my only inspiration in terms of how and why I started YouTube. The next question comes from Chife VHH, and he says, how old are you? I am 18 years old. Next question comes from Jaman793. He says, what was your favorite COD and why? Probably Modern Warfare 2, just because I was new to the game and everything seemed so interesting. Obviously, when you get used to Call of Duty and you get used to all the bullshit things like noob tubes or whatever Call of Duty it is, there's always something different that's overpowered that they don't patch. So definitely my first Call of Duty game, Modern Warfare 2, was my favorite COD just because it was brand new. The next question comes from Yoshi12353, and he says, are you white? No homo, just checking. No, I am brown. So yeah, I'm not white. Next question comes from Dragon's Flames, and he says, do you have a strategy for the way you play? Not really. I think I developed the play style that I play is really aggressive. I play really stupid. I really don't check my corners too often. And really just practicing Call of Duty and playing a lot is really what's gotten me my gun skill. I guess you can say gun skill. I don't know. It's a game, guys. All it really boils down to is it's a game. Practice makes perfect, and that applies with anything, whether it be real life sports, you know, studying for school, you know, or video games. Practice makes perfect. Just keep on practicing, and you'll get better. Next question comes from Mr. Rob0112, and he says, why are you so bad at competitive? The reason why I'm so bad at competitive is because I have a teammate named Brandon, and he always goes like quad negative, so that's why I do so bad at competitive, is because of my teammate named Brandon. Next question comes from Mr. Mallet, and he says, will you ever reset your stats again? Probably not. The reason why I don't want to reset my stats is not because of the diamond guns, it's because of how many kills I got. And honestly, the biggest reason is because I need 10 custom classes, man. I can't make do without my 10 custom classes. I'm always switching up guns every single game. I never use the same gun back to back in games. Like maybe when the PDW was still good, I would have used that a couple games in a row. But now I'm always switching up guns. So no, I would never reset my stats again. Next question comes from Nertizoner, and he says, what would you like to see in future DLCs? Maybe give a few examples for new score streaks or game modes. I don't know. I kind of like the Revolution DLC. I thought it was really good. The things I would do to improve, I would add more guns. I mean, I really liked how they included the Peacekeeper in the DLC. I thought that was really cool how they finally added new gun DLC to Call of Duty. I would like to see maybe some new attachments. Maybe that'd be cool if they could like invent a new attachments or some new score streaks. That'd be cool. I think Black Ops 2 could use a game-ending score streak. That'd be really, really awesome if they brought a nuke or something along that, or some hidden score streak that they added. I think that'd be really cool. The next question comes from Ender Riser, and he says, how can you have that good aim? My aim suck, and I would be really happy if you could make a vid where you explained how you have a good aim. Nice vid, Chug, keep it up. So basically, you can't really teach someone how to have good aim Call of Duty. Like I said before, it's really just practicing. Practice makes perfect, guys. It's all about finding the right sensitivity. I tried playing Call of Duty back in Modern Warfare 2 on all sensitivities, and I found I was comfortable on 7 sensitivity, but in Black Ops 2, since it's up to 15, I play on 11 sensitivity. So 7 sensitivity on every other Call of Duty and 11 sensitivity on Black Ops 2 is what I play on, but it's different for everybody, and really you just got to practice and figure out what your preference is for sensitivity. Next question comes from Mr. Outlaw, and he says, do you play solo or with a party? Usually when I play with a party, I'm usually playing with my cousin or with Bongo. I don't really play, when I'm going for gameplays, I always play solo just because it's kind of a pain playing with a party because they're stealing your kills and whatnot. So like 90% of the time I'm playing solo, but as of recently I've been playing nothing but League, so I've been playing with my cousin and a few tryhard friends. So that's really it. And the last question comes from Red Sniping, and he says, when did you start playing Call of Duty? I started playing Call of Duty in Modern Warfare 2 area. What year was that? Like 2009, 2010, something like that. One of those 2 years is when I started playing Call of Duty, and those were the best Call of Duty times because I was quick scoping, the game was fresh, and it was a lot of fun. But I ran over my time by like 2.5 minutes, so I'm just going to add random gameplay over it that you guys can watch. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like rating down below, and I'll try to be consistent with the videos. I'm not going to keep any promises, but I am going to be posting at least 3 to 4 videos a week, so you guys can look out for that. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.